Hi, I'm Pat Baucom with Highland Rim Speedway and would like to welcome everybody at the racetrack and let you know that we race every Saturday night, and we have a family type atmosphere. We encourage families to bring their children and their friends and everyone that they know and have a good time here at the racetrack.
We've had some great drivers up here, like Bobby Allison. He come up here one time and turned the track up here, I think, in 12 something. You really get around this the track up here in 12 seconds. You ain't doing nothing but getting around a racetrack, I'm telling you. Now, that was years ago. And now, we've had some that turned in 12s up here this year. Now, that was really fast on a quarter-mile track, really fast. I drive the pace car, and I really got to get out of their way when I see them coming, because they are coming on me fast.
You know, Highland Rim is a nice little track that really promotes a family atmosphere and bring a lot of families into the track. We have a lot of fun out here, and that's the main focus of this track. And Ronnie and Pat Baucom have brought together 6 divisions of cars out here that everybody, regardless of their experience in racing, can get into. A case in point is the new Mini Cup division that's out here. It's a great little division. These are sort of like go-karts with a body on them, with a 5 to 8 horsepower Honda or Briggs & Stratton engine, which is the same as on your lawnmower. And you get into these cars and they go around here about 75 to 80 miles an hour, so it's a lot of fun. The 4-cylinder division that's out here is also a beginner division, but they're really race cars, and youngsters as well as some of the guys that have a little more experience, as we like to say, instead of the older guys. But they get into the cars. They're a smaller car. They don't cost a lot of money to run, and they go around here pretty quick too. The track promotes a lot of that mainly because of the high banks, the 20 to 25 degrees. I'm not sure the exact banking here, but makes it very fast racing, real close, side by side. It very seldom gets to where it's all strung out like on the bigger tracks. Super Street division, well, this is everybody's favorite, because it's the cars that look like the cars that you're running on the street. And these cars are normally Monte Carlos. There are a couple of Pontiacs and Fords mixed in, but normally the Chevrolet dominates out here. These are also for experienced or non-experienced drivers. The Sportsman division is just a step down from the late model stock cars. They can run an aftermarket body or the body like they run on the street. This division is great for the experienced driver, the guy that doesn't want to go quite as slow as a Super Street, but not quite as fast as late model stock cars. And the late model stock cars, well, this is the premier division here at Highland Rim, as well as most racetracks. On the asphalt, they're running around here about 40 seconds, which is about 85 miles an hour. And on a 3rd-mile track, that's a pretty quick division. They do cost a lot, but racing to go fast, it always costs more. It's a lot of fun to watch them. They're a great division. And then we have the beginner division, and this is for anybody off the street. This taxi cab division, just kind of kick the windows out, put a roll cage in it, go racing with it. These guys bang them up, and the fans just love them. I mean, they run into the corners as fast as they can and bang the doors and flatten the tires and have a good time with them out here. And that's all the divisions here at Highland Rim. And, there's always excitement here, and that's what I like about announcing here. You can always look around the track, and all you have to do is look real quick, and you'll find something going on, whether it's in the front of the pack, middle of the pack, or back of the pack. It's a great little racetrack, and we have a great time.
Late model stock cars are ready to race here at Highland Rim Speedway. Late model stocks ready to go. And in the front row, we're going to start off with car 22. That's Mike Barrett. Mike comes out of Murfreesboro driving that 22 car. Also in the front row will be Ruben Lancaster from Plano, Kentucky. And that's just a few miles outside of Bowling Green. There he is, car number 10. And then who's next?
The number 2 car of Kerry Boyd on the inside.
And Kerry comes from Ashland City. Kerry Boyd right behind him, car 1. That is Ray Bubba Bevel from Greenbrier. There he is in the number 1 car.
One on the inside there will be Tommy Davis in the 25 car.
Yeah, he's in the 25 car. Tommy Davis from Mount Juliet, car 25. Then we'll pick up car 97 next. And driving the 97 car is Gary Moore. Gary from Lebanon in car 97. There he is.
And in the 3 car is Bo Miller.
Of course, Bo comes. There's Bo in car 3. He's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bo Miller, car 3. Right behind him, another Bowling Green, Kentucky driver.
Tony Willis, he's our fast time, and guess what he drew? He drew a 9 tonight, so.
A lot of cars being inverted in the 99 car, Tony Willis. Okay, here comes car 5, and of course that's Bobby Terry, and Bobby Terry comes out of Nashville in the number 5 car.
Then the 13 car will be Michael Ray Montgomery.
All right, let's see. We may have missed one there. Let's see. Did we miss car 98?
We missed 98.
Let's get him on. Roy Doris from Cottontown. There he is in the 98 car. That's Roy Doris from Cottontown in car 98. Next comes the 13 car that you were talking about, and he is
Michael Ray Montgomery
from Franklin. Michael Ray Montgomery in car 13. Behind him, we have the 01 car. That's Scott Gay. Scott is from Greenbrier. 01. Next.
Then we have the 41 car of Brian Mack.
Brian Mack driving car 41. Actually, that 4 there is in blue, and then he has the big 1, so the car 41. And behind him, we have
Gary Binkley Jr.
Looks like a little smoke already coming out of that 41 car. The 07 car, Gary Binkley Jr. from Charlotte. And there he is. And let's see who else we have there.
We have the 16 car of Joey Rogers.
Right, car 16, Joey Rogers. And he is from, I believe he's from, where is he from? Cottontown? I believe that's right. There he is. Gary Binkley Sr. is out there. And he is in the number 7 car. Let's see. Let's get somebody else.
Then we missed 93, Jimmy Victory.
There he is, 93, Jimmy Victory right there coming into your picture.
And the number 8 is Tony Lynch.
Tony Lynch in the number 8 car. Tony, of course, been driving here at the track. He's from Nashville for several years. And Jimmy Victory also from, let's see, Jimmy is from Mount Juliet, I believe it is. We're ready to go. Hey, it's green flag time on a turn 4. Turn them loose and let them go. And there's the green flag, and they're rolling. Ruben Lancaster and Mike Barrett right up front, side by side. Barrett in 22, Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car. And they come side by side down the front straightaway as the caution flag comes out. And over in turn 4, it's the 01 car of Scott Gay. And he has spun out, slings it around, and he'll stay in the race. So Scott will be able to keep it in the race as he just lost it, spun out over there, I guess, in turn 4.
Walter, I was just looking to see if we got a lap in. If we didn't get a lap in, we got a complete restart, which won't hurt Scott any, and I believe that's what we're going to have, a complete restart. We're going to have a tough race here in this division tonight.
You're exactly right. We're getting a complete restart as the flagman, get a shot of the flagman on the flag stand. Oh, it's too late now. All right, I won't do that to you anymore. He was signaling for him to get to double down, line back up again, but he's already signaled and they've already done that. So we're back to the double car lineup here, and we're ready for a restart on this 50 lap late model stock car feature here at the rim. There you see the car. It's all lined up, ready to go again. And Dickie, as you said, this is going to be an exciting race, and there are a bunch of cars on the track that could win this race. I always like to point that out because many times folks say, well, they're back in the pack, but they don't stand a chance. But that's not true in this race. There are a lot of cars out here that could win this race. And you pointed out that they inverted 9, so we've got some fast cars about halfway back.
We've got 18 cars on here, and I would say out of 18 cars, we have 10 that could very well win this race.
And the green flag is coming out as we get a restart on this 50 lap late model stock car feature. We're rolling. Mike Barrett, car 22, and Ruben Lancaster shoots in front in car 10. So Ruben's out in front, Mike Barrett right behind him in the 22 car. There comes Ruben down the front straightaway. Mike Barrett in car 22 running second. In third place at the moment is Ray Bevel in the number 1 car. Then you see car number 2, Kerry Boyd from Ashland City. And the rest of the field back behind him. Some of these cars doing exactly what I think they should do, and that is being patient at this point. You've got to remember that you're going 50 laps on this short quarter-mile track, So the worst possible thing that you can do is try to force your way when you don't have room and end up tearing your car up and spinning out and maybe taking out 2 or 3 more cars with you. So right now they just need to be patient, and they're doing that.
Patience is a very important thing when you got this many cars that close, and if you see they're close, packed in, while Ruben runs off and leaves everybody. But if they're not patient, we'll have half the field gone in a split second.
Well, normally with this many cars, you're going to have some caution flags and some spinouts along the way. So that will mean that your leader will have to slow down and kind of get back with the rest of the pack. So at this point, if I was in 3rd or 4th place or even 5th or 6th place, I wouldn't be too concerned with what was happening up front, because you got to believe that the odds are that you're going to have a spin out or have a caution flag somewhere along the way. And if you do, that's going to slow that leader down and pull him back closer to you.
And you're only 7 laps in. You got 43 more laps to go in a 50-lap race. So if you're patient enough, you can make your move to the front of the field without any problem. And but if you're not patient, you could be sitting in the infield wondering who's going to win the race.
As long as you're out there, you've still got a chance, but you don't have a chance if your car is on the hook headed back to the trailer. There's that caution flag. We've got 2 cars spinning out. One over in turn 2, the 0-1 car. And that is Scott Gay, also the 93 car here on the front straightaway.
Jimmy Victory, he spun around. He got it a little bit loose coming around the 4th turn, and then it smacked the front wall almost right in front of the flag stand.
So we have a caution flag. Here comes Scott Gay on around in the 0-1 car. He's passing the 93 car right now. Scott Gay going to be able to stay in the race, I believe. And it looks like the 93 car will as well.
93 car has a flat tire on the back right side, and every time you have a flat tire on the back side like that, it's more dangerous to have it on the back than it is on the front. For some reason, in a race car, it just throws you around. Scott Gay in the 01 car has had a terrible, terrible afternoon. He wrecked in practice, and then he went and fixed it. Now he spun out twice since we started this race.
So Jimmy Victory is going to limp on around the track, and he'll get into the infield. They'll try to change that tire and get him back out if they can. Meanwhile, in the infield, we've got a car in the infield. Who is it?
That's the 41 car that's in the infield. That's Brian Mack. He was smoking earlier. They took it into the infield to see, make sure it wasn't leaking any oil on the track or anything like that. He still got the smoke, but he doesn't have, must not be leaking any oil.
And let's get a shot of the infield. Mike Barrett, car 22, is in the infield as well. Right straight across in the infield. There he is. That's the 22 car of Mike Barrett. And they're taking a look at the left side over there. I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. He may have a flat tire on that car. There, I think, yeah, they've got the jack going under the back of the car. So Mike Barrett's got a flat tire on that 22 car. And they're going to try to get that changed, or at least some kind of problem over there on the left side.
Mike Barrett was up front and was running, and he started making it, going back toward the back of the field, so he must have some kind of problem. Mike's always a consistent hard runner that usually runs up front, so there must be some kind of major problem. If it's not a flat tire, it may be in the rear end section.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because they're working on it. Okay, back on the track. We're ready to go. Green flag's coming out again, and here's Ruben Lancaster bringing the field by in the number 10 car. So Ruben is out in front, putting some laps on the board. In 2nd place right behind him is Ray Bevel in the number 1 car from Greenbrier. Kerry Boyd, car 2, running 3rd. Then Tommy Davis in the 25 car, and Bo Miller in car 3. Roy Doris, car 98, running in that order up front, right behind their leader, Ruben Lancaster.
Well, it's like you talked about a while ago, Walter. That's not what Ruben wanted to see, but that's what happens in a 50-lap race. You got the field lined up now, bumper to bumper, and there's room to pass now.
Mike Barrett is back out there in the 22 car, but he's not nearly as fast or as strong as he was earlier, but he's out there running. Anything can happen, of course. He's hoping that he'll get an opportunity to get back into the lead lap. Right now, he's about 2 or 3 laps off the pace.
Bo Miller's trying to make a move on the inside, and that lap traffic's keeping him from making the move.
All right, there they come. Watch that group right there coming out of turn 4. Man, they're close. Look at that, racing side by side down the front straightaway. And they're 3 cars wide going into turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Look how close those cars are, racing right just inches off of each other's bumper as they come around the track again. We have now 15 laps down in this 50-lap race.
I tell you what, it's going to get rougher as we go on, I believe, because they're getting anxious and they're not being patient like you talked about at the start of the race, Walter.
There comes your leader, car 10. Right there. There he is. That is Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car. He's still holding the lead. And Ray Bevel in car 1, right behind him, is running second. Your third place car, I think now, is Roy Doris in car 98.
Roy's running awful strong. That's the best I've seen him run in a long time at Highland Rim. He's got that car tuned in and it's running, and he's gaining on Ruben.
He's had all those folks down at Cottontown giving him some advice on how to drive that thing, I guess. Roy is well known down at Cottontown, and he and Billy Doris and all the fine folks down at Cottontown, they do a good job. There he is in the 98 car. That's the guy we're talking about, Roy Doris from Cottontown.
He's catching Ray Bubba Bevel, but it's one thing to catch Ray Bubba Bevel and another thing to pass Ray Bubba Bevel. So,
and on back in 4th place, another car I want to talk a little bit about as he comes by. It's the number 3 car. If we can get a shot of him when he comes by here in a moment. You're looking at your leader. There's the 3 car. That's Bo Miller from Bowling Green in that 3 car. Bo, a very popular driver here at Highland Rim Speedway. And Bo has a very big following among the fans here at the track. Last year, Bo did a lot of good things. He had a deal called Racing for the Kids. And Dickie, talk a little bit about that.
Bo has a thing he calls Racing for Kids, and he races for the kids, and part of the winnings of his racing team goes for kids that need help and he's also doing that this year. And that 3 car is a brand new car that he just got together, and he's racing for kids, and he's racing it very hard for the kids. He wants to win as much as he can. He said lead as many laps and do whatever he can for the kids because they need it.
All right, and that's your leader from Plano, Kentucky, Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car. And the rest of the field coming by behind him. We've got coming up now on 25 laps. Remember, we're going 50 laps, so we're at the halfway point. Still plenty of time left in this race, and anything can happen as Ruben Lancaster gets ready to pass Scott Gay. And Scott Gay going a lap down as Ruben passes him coming out of turn 4 down the front straightaway.
If you notice, Roy Doris is catching Ruben, and the reason he is because Ruben's hit some heavy lap traffic that he can't seem to get by because they're racing also for position, and it's hard to get by them when they're racing position, but the flagman's telling them to get down out of the way. But Roy's already caught Ruben, and it's going to be a race. Again, you got to pass him once you catch him.
All right, there's Ruben Lancaster again getting by, coming up on another one of the lapped cars. And that's the number 8 car of Tony Lynch, who moves over to let him by. And you see Roy Doris right on the back bumper. There's car 10, Ruben Lancaster. And right behind him, the 98 car of Roy Doris. You see how close they are as they head around, completing another lap. There they are coming out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. Roy Doris right behind Ruben Lancaster now. It's going to be a tight finish. We've still got, we've still got about 20 laps to go in this thing, so anything can happen.
We still got about 7 cars up there running for position that could very well win this race before it's all over with, because just because Roy gets there, he has to pass it. If something happens to those 2 front cars, there goes Kerry Boyd up on the wall.
Up on the wall on the front straightaway, Kerry Boyd. He lost it coming out of turn 4, and the car spun around, and the back end of it slides up on the wall along the front straightaway. So Kerry Boyd out of Ashland City's got the back end of his car up on the wall here on the front straightaway at the rim. And the caution flag obviously coming out as we've got 30, I guess that's 32 laps complete. And Kerry Boyd, there you see the number 2 car of Kerry Boyd up on the wall here on the front straightaway. Well, I don't know. Did you see what happened, Dickie, as they came out of turn 4?
They were racing for position, it looked like to me, and Kerry got bumped a little bit, got a little bit loose, and the whole rear end came around and went straight up on the wall and just sat down on top of that wall.
Well, when that back end starts around on you, if you get a little bump from behind, it gives you a little extra push, and I think that's what he got. I think you're exactly right, Dickie. And the back end of the car comes around and goes bouncing up on the inside wall here on the front straightaway. And here comes the wrecker. The Hooks on their way out here to try and get Kerry Boyd's number 2 car off that wall. All right, a little break in the action. This is just a little bit past the halfway point in the late model stock car 50-lap feature here at Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. This is Walter George along with Dickie Reynolds sending you all of the edge of seat racing excitement from the rim. And it continues after this timeout. Well, you see the wrecker picking up the back end of Kerry Boyd's car 2. They had to pick it up and set it down off the wall here on the front straightaway at Highland Rim Speedway. We might, there's the shot I wanted to see right there. You can see how they had to pick the back end of that car up. The Sherman Trucking car 2 out of Ashland City, Kerry Boyd. And they eased the car down on the track. Track officials are there, and we'll see about the damage.
Walter, I have seen that happen before here, and then be able to drive off and race right along, but I don't. Many times it'll mess up the rear end, shift it around. Sometimes it'll blow the rear tire. And sometimes it just rips everything out from under it. So it could be, he could be still running. I believe he's pulling off, and he is pulling off.
I think you called it, Dickie. I think that he just bounced that thing up on the wall. I believe he's going to be all right. He's going to turn it and come back down the front straightaway.
Don't try that at home, folks.
No, indeed. Don't try it on the interstate either. Here we go. Kerry Boyd looks like he's going to be able to stay out there. He's going to bring it into the infield, I guess. They'll take a, no, he'll stay on the track.
He thinks he's going back to his original position. He may do it, but most of the time in a situation like that, he has to go to the rear of the field.
Well, the track officials will have to call that. They will have to judge whether or not there was another car involved in the incident to the extent that he caused Kerry Boyd to spin out and bounce up on the wall, and we'll see what their decision is going to be.
Kerry seems to think that he got bumped and he got spun out and he wants to go back in the spot, but that don't always happen, what you want to do. Now they've told him he's got to go to the rear of the field, so he knows what he's got to do now.
All right. Okay, so he will go to the rear of the field. Phil coming by down the front straightaway.
Again, Walter, the 8 car and the 01 car in there are not running for third and fourth. They're lap cars, and they were running in that position when the flag came out, so the caution came out, so they'll go right in front of Ray Bubba Bevel.
All right, green is coming out. Let's pick them up there up front. We'll tell you about the cars up front. Number 10 car, there's your leader. That is Ruben Lancaster. Car 98, Roy Doris, running right behind him, is in second place. Then we've got a couple of cars there that Dickie was talking about. That now here is Bo Miller. Bo is making a move. He's going to try to get up there in that third spot. And I think he's going to have it. Roy Doris pulling up is going to go down low and is going to take over the lead, at least for the moment, on the back straightaway. Look at the move by Roy Doris as he gets around Ruben Lancaster.
He's strong tonight. He hadn't been that strong in a long time, but he made a good move. We had 2 passes going on at the same time. We had Ray Bubba Bevel bound him with Bo Miller. He got by Bubba Bevel and he got loose, and then Bobby Terry come in on the inside of him, and he's now running for 4th place and trying to pass Bo Miller.
Well, I'm really excited about that big move that Roy Doris just made. There he is in the 98 car, and I'm sure everybody in the Cottontown area is on their feet right now cheering for Roy Doris in car 98. He's really made a big move here in this late model stock car feature tonight, and he's pulling away.
He's pulling away, but if you'll look on the inside, outside of his car on both sides, you'll see tire marks. That means he battled to get to the front. He didn't just walk up to the front or drive to the front. Now he's pulling away strong. That was a strong move that he made on Ruben Lancaster. But Ruben says, I'm not going to give up second. I'm staying right there.
Yeah, Ruben is hanging in there, and you can't ever count Ruben Lancaster out. And as we've already mentioned, you've got Bo Miller and Bobby Terry both coming up in car 3 and car 5 behind Ruben Lancaster. So this thing is not over. We've got about 10 laps left in the race. There's Bo Miller, car 3, and Bobby Terry in the number 5 car. Both of those cars outstanding late model stock cars, and both of those cars capable of still winning this thing with 10 laps to go.
Walter, we got a lot of what we call horn blowing going on out there. That's called getting up there, bumping his bumper, letting him know I'm here. And he let him know he's here, and now he's going on the inside, and a lot of it's going on in this field. This is one of the best races we've had at Highland Rim in a long, long time.
Yeah, this has been a good one. Roy Doris right now has a big smile on his face. He's right up front, and that's where he wants to be. And
Tony Willis got loose trying to pass on the inside of Ray Bevel, and he got loose and just about lost it in the 4th turn, but got it back.
All right, Tony Willis, of course, in the 99 car. But there's your leader, Roy Doris, car 98, and Ruben Lancaster, car 10, has closed the distance down, shut the lead down a little bit that Roy Doris had. And they're having some problems there with that 41 car, Brian Mack, and a lot of smoke coming out of Brian Mack's car. Now they've kind of pulled away from him. Roy Doris continuing to hold the lead. We've got 5 laps showing on the scoreboard still to run in this race.
Looks like Roy's stronger on the straight stretches, but Ruben's stronger in the turns, and that's where Ruben picks it back up. He'll go from 5 car lengths down to a half a car length, and but he can't get him on the long distance. We got a caution.
Yeah, got a car over on the back straightaway, the 16 car. We've got another car over in turn 2. The 16 car is going to get off of the track. That is Joey Rogers in the 16 car, but Kerry Boyd having another problem with car 2 over in turn 2, and the car was stalled over there for a moment in turn 2. That's why the caution flag came out. So now Kerry Boyd brings car 2 on down the back straightaway.
He hit that inside wall also, because you can see that front fender is bent in. Tires got a little dust on the inside, so he may be done for the night.
He works his way around the 16 car and comes on into the infield, out of the race right now. Okay, let's pick it up over here in turn 4, because that's where your leader's at. Roy Doris, car number 98. There he is coming around out of turn 4. There's 98, Roy Doris, right behind him, the number 10 car. Roy Doris, car 98. Ruben Lancaster, car 10 behind him. Then Bobby Terry in the number 5 car running 3rd. Then there comes Bo Miller in car 3. There is car 1. That's Ray Bevel in car 1. And he is running 4th in the race right now, or 5th actually, I should say. And then Tommy Davis in the number 25 car.
Flagman showing him 1 to go.
One more lap, and we have about I think it's 4 laps showing on the scoreboard still to run in this race. 50 lap late model stock car feature. And Dickie, as you said, this has been an outstanding race. A lot of good cars in this race. Competitive racing here at the Rim.
Not many cautions for as rough a racing and hard racing. Everybody's blowing their horn now saying, take off, let's please go. And they just got a spin out again and a hard hit.
Oh, over in turn 3. Looks like about 2 or 3 cars involved in it. And oh, there's big problems for the 97 car. And in the 97 car is Gary Moore, Gary from Lebanon. And he's got problems, look like a busted radiator perhaps, or a radiator hose. And there is another car over there in turn 3 that was involved. And that's the, I believe that's the 07 car.
I believe that's the 07 car of Gary Binkley Jr. And also involved in that was the 13 car also.
And 13 is coming on around. Looks like he'll stay in the race. They're over there talking with Gary Binkley Jr. and he's all right, but they're checking his car right now. The track officials taking a look at his car. Looks like they've got the safety crew heading over there and a record coming out. So a break in the action, folks. We've got 3 laps showing still left in this late model stock car feature. It's going to be exciting right down to the checkered flag. So don't leave us now. We'll be back with more racing from Highland Rim Speedway in a moment. Well, there's a shot of Mike, one of our cameramen. You see how close he is to that track? Boy, he's down there getting some good shots. There's the shot from Mike's camera right now as the cars come down the front straightaway. He's right down there on top of the action. There's Roy Doris, who's up in front. And that's where Roy wants to be. Ruben Lancaster right behind him in car 10 as they come on down the front straightaway. Then Bobby Terry, car 5, is back there in third place. Behind Bobby is car 3. There's Bo Miller in the number 3 car. Then comes the number 1 car of Ray Bevel. Then that's Tommy Davis, the 25 car. And on back further, 99 is Tony Willis. Folks, we're ready to go. Looks like the green's coming out again, right, Dickie?
Right, it's coming out. We're going to go green, white, checkered. We got 3 laps. Green, white, checkered, and that stage drive may play a part in this race.
Here we go. Roy Doris from Cottontown roars by. The green flag's flying again. Roy's got it. He's gone. He's coming for the white, as you said, Dickie. There he is. Cottontown's pride and joy. White flag is out for Roy Doris. And right behind him, Ruben Lancaster. Bobby Terry, car 5, is back there in third spot. Here we come. Here's the winner. It's Roy Doris in car 98 to take the checkered flag. Ruben Lancaster will be second in car 10. Bobby Terry, car 5, is third. Your fourth place finisher, Bo Miller, car 3. Then car 1, Ray Bevel, car 99, Tony Willis. So a big night for that guy right there in car 98, sponsored by AmeriGas. And he's been driving here at Highland Rim Speedway for several years. He's a popular driver. Everybody likes him, just like everybody likes him in Cottontown. Car 98, it's Roy Doris pulling up in victory lane in the number 98 car. So a big win here tonight for Roy Doris. That'll really be a big boost for Roy and help him out a lot, Dickie.
Big win for a big man. Roy Doris is a quite a sized man, but I tell you what, Roy's got that car tuned up. And if you'll notice down the side of that car, he earned this win. He didn't just take it, he earned this win. That car was not in that shape when this race started, so it was just like we thought it would be, a banging, knocking, blowing horns. Yeah.
There he is.
He's trying his best to get out. There he is.
All right, Roy Doris, car number 98, the winner.
You survived it. Look rough out there for a while.
We survived it. We sure didn't want to say that last caution because we pretty much had it under control then.
Yeah, tremendous race, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Exciting stunt car racing here at the Rim, and the Highland Rim Speedway pace car is bringing the 4-cylinder division cars around. 4 cylinders getting ready to race next, and the 4 cylinders going 25 laps. 25 lap 4-cylinder feature coming up next. We're very happy that you have joined us for stock car racing at the Rim. Racing on the edge of your seat here at the Rim every Saturday night. And this is Walter George along with Dickie Reynolds, trying to keep up with all of the action, trying to keep up with all of the cars here at the Rim. And that's not always easy, because invariably, Dickie, we always have some driver changes, some different cars, and some things happen, and sometimes we don't get word about the changes. So if we mess up on a driver's name, we hope that the folks will understand, because sometimes there are changes made down on the track and we don't find out about it until after the fact.
There's one thing that you can count on at the Rim, that you can't count on who's driving what car and what number's on that car. And I've learned that through the years I've been here, that you can't always count, but you can always count on one thing: exciting, fast, close, hard racing at Highland Rim Speedway. One of the most exciting. I've been to a lot of racetracks, but this is one of the most exciting places to come to race in.
And I think we're ready to go. Ready to roll as Gil Williams in the number 13 car and Jason Randolph in the number 80 car are in the front row. They're going to lead the field around. And then back in the second row will be the number 22 car of Buddy Williams. And we affectionately refer to his car as the Band-Aid car. We talked a little bit about that last week, because he has a big Band-Aid on the side of the car, and that goes back to an expression that he's made several times, in that he says his car is held together with Band-Aids. But actually, he's a very competitive car and does a great job racing here at Highland Rim Speedway. Car 98 is Justin Ashburn. There he is in the 98 car right beside him, as we're about ready to roll. On back in the third row, I think we'll have time to tell you a little bit about Richard Bench out of Nashville, the Good Humor Ice Cream Man. And there's another car there that I want to talk a little bit about. That's Ty Colbert in that car 10, third row outside spot. And you get a shot. There's a shot of number 10. Plus car 16 easing on up in the picture. Tommy Hulsey out of Springfield. We're ready to go. Green flag to fly for the 4-cylinder cars. All right, there it is. And we're racing the 4-cylinder 25-lap feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. Roaring out in front of the number 13 car is Gil Williams out of Nashville. He'll take an early lead. Buddy Williams, car 22, right behind him. And in the battle, right up front, car number 80 is Jason Randolph from Donaldson. They're running 1, 2, 3, and Richard Bench in the 53 car. That good humor ice cream man is hanging in there in 4th place. Then Tommy Hulsey in car number 16. We've got the truck number 4 there. That's James Randolph from Mount Juliet, and he would be back in, what is that, 4th, 5th position, I guess it is.
Looks like it's about 5th, maybe 6th position is where the 4's at. It looks like Gil Williams drew the number tonight he wanted. He's up front, and the Band-Aid car is chasing him. I tell you one thing you can count on with the 22 driver, Buddy Williams, you can always count on him smiling no matter what happens. He's always smiling, and he's going to give Gil Williams a run for his money. They're already catching lap traffic already.
Yeah, that'll show you how fast that they're moving here with only 4 laps completed in this race, going 25 laps. And as you said, Dickie, they have already moved up on some of the slower traffic. There's car 64 being given the layover flag, being asked to move over. That's Dwayne Donaldson from Hendersonville in the 64 car, and he moves down to the infield and lets Gil Williams in car 13, Buddy Williams in car 22 roar by, and also car 80, car 53, and then some more cars coming by as well now as the race continues.
It looks like the race is going to be between Gil and Buddy Williams. Buddy got up a little bit high a while ago. You don't want to get up close to that upper wall, because if you do, it will take you out. It's sort of like in NASCAR, it gets those little loose pieces of rubber up there and it'll throw you right into the wall, and you don't want that to happen. This lap traffic is going to cause problems. That's Chris Castleman that he's passing right now on the outside, and they got a spin out in turn 2.
All right, caution flag comes out. So we have the first caution flag in the 4-cylinder 25-lap feature. And that'll slow things down here at Highland Rim Speedway for a few moments. And while we have a break in the racing action with Gil Williams leading in this 4-cylinder feature, we're going to take a timeout. This is Walter George and Dickie Reynolds at Highland Rim Speedway. And we'll be back with more exciting racing in a moment.
The Rams #1!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 4-cylinder division 25-lap feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. And there's your leader, Gil Williams, bringing the field around in car number 13. Right behind him, Buddy Williams, car 22. We're ready for the green flag to come back out with 8 laps completed in this 25-lap feature. There's your second place car, Buddy Williams, car number 22. Green flag to fly as they head for the flag stand out of turn 4. There we go. The green flag is out. Gil Williams, car 13, still holding the lead. Buddy Williams, car 22, running second. Back in third place is car number 80. That's Jason Randolph. And now Richard Bench in the 53 truck makes a move on the inside. They're side by side into turns 1 and 2, completing another lap. And there's the truck 53 moving into third place.
The ice cream man didn't want to wait no longer. It was time to make his move before his ice cream melted. And he had to go to the front. We got number 16. I believe that's Mr. Hulsey is out. I had a little problem on the back stretch.
Yeah, he's slowing down along the wall over on the back straightaway, and the caution flag is flying. He's about halfway down there. You're looking at turn 2 and down to the left there, about halfway down. You'll see car number 16, and there he is. It's Gil Williams. There's 16. It's Gil Williams. The rest of the field roaring by on the outside. We're under caution again. You're in this 4-cylinder feature, and car 16 going to be pushed off of the track into the infield. We still have 8 laps completed, looking to get that 9th and 10th lap in here in just a moment. But another timeout as Gil Williams in the 4-cylinder feature is the leader at this point. We're coming up on the halfway point in this 25-lap race. Right now, another timeout, but telling you more exciting edge of seat racing from Highland Rim Speedway after this timeout. The 4-cylinder 25-lap feature continues at Highland Rim Speedway. There's Gil Williams, car 13, and Buddy Williams, car 22. Richard Bench in the 53 truck. We're ready to go. The green's coming back out again. And we're racing here at Highland Rim Speedway. 4-cylinder division.
It looks like the Good Humor man's got a fast engine underneath his hood tonight. He is making a move on Buddy, the Band-Aid man, right now, and he may give him some pressure in about another lap. He may be able to catch Gil Williams. Gil Williams has an awful fast race car, though.
I tell you, this has been an exciting race. These four, you can't say cars because one of them is a truck, but these four racers up front have really been close to each other throughout this race, and we are just coming up now on the halfway point. Running 25 laps. Gil Williams, car 13, still in front. Buddy Williams, car 22 is second. Richard Bench, car 53 is third in the truck. And then car number 80, that is, as we mentioned a moment ago, Jason Randolph out of Mount Juliet. There he is, good shot at number 80. And he's running very, very well in this 4-cylinder division. They're still running 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have a little bit of distance there before we get back to the 5th place truck, and that's car 4. James Randolph in the number 4 truck. He's running in 5th place in the race.
They got that lap traffic again. Lap traffic was nice to them that time. They got down out of the way without any problem. And Gil just seems to just be able to keep pulling and running just about anywhere he wants to on the track. That's good when you're in a 4-cylinder car. You can go anywhere on the track. You can handle it and go. And if a guy can't catch you, he just can't catch you. And Buddy's doing everything he can, and the Ice Cream Man, Good Humor man's also pushing it and trying to make it front.
Jerry Woodruff working on the flag stand. Jerry's doing an outstanding job using that layover flag, as you mentioned, Dickie, and he's trying to keep that slower traffic moved down to the inside of the track to give the faster cars some racing room on the outside. And there he is. He just picked up that layover flag again. Going to give it to some of the slower traffic here as they come around, trying to keep them moved down to the inside of the track where the faster cars will have racing room to the outside. We've got about 18 laps, 19 laps completed now, and we're on lap 20, I believe it is. There's Gil Williams still holding the lead in the 13 car. Dickie.
When you don't want to see lap traffic is when it gets to lap 24 and you're coming around the 4th turn heading for the 25th lap, the final lap. You look up and you got lap cars. That will give the 2nd place car an opportunity to move in or do something to you. You don't want to see it. So you want to get them out of the way before you get to those last 2 laps where you got a clear stretch in front of you.
All right. We're going 25 under the green here at Highland Rim with the 4-cylinder division cars. And we're getting ready for the white flag to fly here in just a moment. Gil Williams is looking for it this time by, and there it is. The white flag comes out for Gil Williams. In car number 13, he's got one more lap to go. Buddy Williams, car 22, right behind him. But I don't think he's going to be able to get by him there in some of that slower traffic, though. Anything can happen. They're 3, 4 wide coming out of turn 4 down the front straightaway, and it's Gil Williams who takes the win. Buddy Williams, car 22, will finish second. And Richard Bench in that truck 53 got up in there and made it close for second. But I think Buddy held him off. Buddy Williams finished second. Your 4th place finisher will be car number 80. That's Jason Randolph. There's your winner, car 13. That's Gil Williams in the number 13 car from Nashville. And he's heading into victory lane here at Highland Rim Speedway. Car 13, Gil Williams, the winner of the 4-cylinder 25-lap feature here at the Rim. More exciting edge of seat racing coming up here at the Rim. And right now, Gil Williams getting ready to slide out of his car and enjoy the victory. There's nothing like finishing that race, seeing that checkered flag fly, and then pull into victory lane and know that you've got it won.
There's nothing like it in the world.
There he is.
They say the greatest feeling in the world is to be able to see that checkered flag and know you don't have to be bumped or go through any more lap traffic and you've won a race.
There he is. There's the flagman, Jerry Woodruff, out there with the checkered flag in this Highland Rim Speedway. And your winner of the 4-cylinder feature, Gil Williams, here at the Rim. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with more racing in just a moment.
Hey,
how you doing?
Parkway Chevrolet, Parkway Market.
Yeah, I tell you what,
tonight.
it sure was. I gotta give God all the glory though, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be out here to start with.
Very, very smooth race. It was a tough race, but it hung in there and.
Well, car run good. We come up on a bunch of lap traffic. You know, you just kind of gotta be patient, not run over them, and not get run over. So
that's
got a little hairy there the last few laps, but we held on, and you know, like I say, gotta give God all the glory though.
Congratulations. See you next week.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, from Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. It's exciting stock car racing with the Legends Division cars, and we're looking for a very exciting race with the Legends cars, one of the most popular divisions in stock car racing. This is Walter George along with Dickie Reynolds, and a big, exciting race to get all of the action going here at Highland Rim Speedway. In the front row, we have James Wheeler in the number 71 car. In the front row outside, as the field comes on around, we'll pick up the number 48 car. That is Matt Kirby. In the second row, we have car number 77, driven by Chuck Wynn. Getting ready for the green flag to come out. Second row outside, number 11 is Rick Hall. And the Highland Rim Speedway pace car heads into the infield. And we're set for the green flag to fly here at Highland Rim Speedway in the Legends Division cars. And here we go. Race is underway. Legends Division going 25 laps here at the track tonight. Out in front immediately, taking over the lead, is the number 71 car of James Wheeler. Dickie, this is a very exciting division of racing.
This division is popular all across America. It is one of the most popular divisions that there is in NASCAR, as you said a while ago. And we have 10 very fast race cars out here tonight. And I believe we're going to see some exciting racing. A little bumping, a little tapping, nothing major. There's some good fast cars.
I think that's one thing that makes this division so popular is the fact that it is a very competitive division. It doesn't cost a lot of money to get into this division and to be able to run up front.
One of the cheapest divisions to be in is this division, because you can compete, you can stay with the fast cars, you can run up front, and it doesn't cost you a whole bunch of money to do that.
James Wheeler in that 71 car. He got off to a good start, moved up front, and he's still holding that lead.
He seems to be pulling the 48 car pretty much on all the turns, except for on that fourth turn right there. He seems to be able to make a move on it.
And then on back in third place is the number 77 car of Chuck Wynn. We have Rick Hall, car number 11, hanging there in the number 4 spot.
Well, there goes 48 car by him on the inside on the fourth turn. That is the most popular place to make your pass, is on the fourth turn down low on the bottom side.
And that was an excellent move, so we have a new leader.
Now he's pulling the whole field. He seems to be taking off. And 9 car seems to be having a little bit problem in the back of the field. He seems to be dragging along a little bit.
All right. Legends Racing here at Highland Rim Speedway. These cars going 25 laps. And we have one of the slower cars being lapped. The number 9 car of Peter Markham has just been lapped. He's moved down to the inside. Car 77, Chuck Wynn, beginning to put a little pressure on. 71 back in third place, James Wheeler. He looked strong early. Now with 10 laps complete, he's dropped back into third place. On back a little further, number 11 car, Rick Hall. Then we have car number 28, that's Steve Ladd in the 28 car. Completing another lap, Legends Division Racing here at Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. And there's your leader, the number 48 car.
Scott Borchetta is leading the whole field now. The 77 car seems to be making a move, but Scott Borchetta seems to have a strong car in the 48. staying on the inside. As long as he'll stay on the inside, he'll be able to handle it. But the 77 car will be able to make a move on him pretty quick. Chuck Quinn.
All right, Scott up front and looks very, very strong. He's been very strong in this division here at Highland Rim Speedway. Ran here in 1996 and had a great racing season. He is always very competitive in that 48 car. Certainly Scott looking strong here tonight.
He seems to be getting a little bit on the loose on the turns now. He seems to be pushing up toward the high part. And Chuck's making a little move on the inside of him. I think the lap traffic may play a little part here and keep it from making the move right here.
16 laps down, going 25. Legends division. And looks like car 324 having a problem. That's Ron Allison. He's going to drop out of the race, takes the 324 car off the track into the infield. So that'll clear one of the slower cars off of the track. And meanwhile, Scott continues to be in control in the 48 car. Scott Borchetta.
Scott seems to have, his tires seem to be getting a little bit hot and seem to be fluctuating a little bit. Sometimes when you start seeing the rear end come around, those tires are getting to expand and draw back in, draw out, and become a little bit loose.
In second place, Chuck Wynn still holding on to that second spot, still putting a little pressure on up front. And then back further in the race, we have the number 11 car now in third place. That's Rick Hall, and the number 71 car of James Wheeler. They're running third and fourth in the race at the moment. And here comes car 28. That's Steve Ladd, the 28 car, and also the 43 car. Also a Buddy Sanford on back in fifth place in the race here tonight.
The 77 car came into that fourth turn a little too hot. He got a little bit loose, and Scott just sort of pulled him away again. Maybe he can pull back up if he didn't burn his tires too much on that turn.
All right, layover flag being given to car number 9 as he comes by the flag stand. That's Peter Markham in that number 9 car, and he'll move down to the inside of the track and give Scott Borchetta some racing room as he and the 77 car of Chuck Wynn get around on the outside. And there's a good shot of him heading into turns 1 and 2 on lap number 23, I believe it is. We're about to have the white flag come out. There it is at the flag stand. White flag is flying. One more lap for Scott Borchetta here in the Legends division at Highland Rim Speedway. And he's on the back straightaway. Coming into turns 3 and 4. Right behind him is Chuck Wynn. And here's the checkered flag and the win, Scott Borchetta. And the 77 car, Chuck Wynn, will finish second. Here comes your third place car, car number 11. That will be Rick Hall. Finishing fourth will be car number 71, and that is James Wheeler. So there's a good shot of your winner, car number 48, as he heads into victory lane. Scott Borchetta picking up a big win in the Legends division here at Highland Rim Speedway. And the track officials are down on the track. And Scott will come sliding out of that Legends car. And a good crowd of fans on hand here at Highland Rim Speedway. We'll give a nice round of applause to Scott Borchetta as he wins the Legends 25-lap feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. This Highland Rim Speedway out on the track. She'll present the trophy. And congratulations to Scott as he slides out of the car in the victory lane celebration. Legends division winner, car 48, Scott Borchetta.
I tell you, the 48 was working fine, and
we were smoking.
Oh, it was looking great.
Felt good. Felt good.
Well, congratulations on your first race here for the 97 season.
Hey, a great way to start the 97 season, huh?
And your mom and dad's in the stands. That's great.
They're up there.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Folks, you've been enjoying stock car racing from Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. Racing at the Rim. Be sure and be watching next time when we're back with more excitement from Highland Rim Speedway.